Hey guys, this is chasebt694. I hadn't recorded one of these in a while, so I kind of thought I would. Uh, Playing Bishop Herman. Going with the kind of the normal setup. We're going to go. We only have +1 influence, so we'll throw in Iran. Looking at our ops here, kind of a dangerous hand. We don't have a 4 op card, so we're definitely afraid of Red Scare. We do have decall and destall. So, um, so kind of way I'm looking at this, we definitely defector. He goes Red Scare. We're out of the clear there at least. We're going to have to space one. Destalls are nice. Seeing that's exactly why we do that. The other choice would have possibly been Capture Nazi. But with the ops in this hand, I think defectors was clear cut the way to go there. We could have picked up the 2 points, but if we would have got defector, Red Scared in that particular spot, it would have been tough. So going ahead and going for the coup. He rolls a 5, and we're in trouble there. So you have two choices. We're just gonna go ahead and score Europe, let him have it for the 1 point, and go see if we can take our battle. Maybe he wastes a turn here, tempo wise, going ahead and shoring up Europe. It'll give us a chance with a low op hand to maybe hang around in Asia and the Middle East. Um, so once again, kind of looking at this hand, we want to play capture Nazis for the event, hopefully get the 2 victory points, and then coup decall because the statistics are better for it on the second space versus the first space. So we'd rather do that. Probably play Fidel early just to put the pressure in case he's got CIA. Yeah, not a great hand. It's pretty awful first hand. So we're gonna go ahead and play some influence here in Asia, kind of dissuade the immediate play score for him. Um, and if he gets in a coup war in Southeast Asia, that's actually, in my opinion, we're okay with that. Just because tempo wise, we don't want them spreading too far. If we can get them going back and forth in round one, we don't have a lot of options. We can maintain that, then I'd call that a victory. And he does that. He goes after Malaysia. He just knocks us out, which is okay. So, um, we kind of want to make sure we get into Malaysia so when we play Vietnam Revolt, we can take Thailand. That's kind of what we would like to be able to occur. Um, if he would have maybe rolled one more, maybe we could coup back in Malaysia and then maybe at the end of the turn. But tempo wise, knowing we also have 2 events, we have Nazi scientists, we need to space. We're probably not our best interest there. So he's setting up a realignment in Middle East, but honestly, not a whole lot I can do really to stop it. So we're gonna go ahead and try to just pick up 2 victory points. I think victory points are gonna be huge. Maybe get a little. If we can't win round one, maybe we can at least win it on the space race. Um, Later in the game where we can get the extra victory points, get some of the events like getting to see his headline card first can be a huge advantage. So we'd like to do that. Um, you know, right now, looking at my 2 hands, it's kind of a space decall. If he plays blockade, we get rid of destall, and then so it goes ahead and Kuzas and Iran. That's fine. It is what it is. A little bit here. We're gonna go ahead and space. This tempo wise, almost what we have to do. Now we got 2 options. Let's see what he does here. So we're in trouble a little bit. Well, yeah, pretty much everywhere. But this was definitely a maintain kind of hand. You know, uh, hope that he doesn't blitz us kind of hand to start off with. One thing we have to worry about is If we play Vietnam Revolts, just go into Thailand. He gets 3 victory points, and he's going to coup it to start off next round, most likely. Okay. So what we might do here is play it, and then coup in the Middle East. Hope we can be successful there, and at least we'll keep him from getting 3 victory points. And then maybe tempo wise, give him the opportunity to, hey, do I take Thailand or does it give us the coup? And we might just have to play it that way and hope. See, in an ideal world, we just coup Vietnam, it was still at 4, but it's not. So it's kind of my take, kind of just hope for a big 6. We roll 1, but basically it's 3 victory points. Don't think of it as a rolling a 1. Think of it as saving 3 victory points. Much better, manageable hand this time. Looking at headlines, let's see here. We could go CIA, and then if he plays Middle East, we can go to Lebanon. So that's another 3-point save. So you hate getting CIA created out of the deck. I mean, this is a situation where he's got Middle East locked down. That's a pretty hefty deal. Yeah. So which would have been like 7 points. So we're definitely going to say it. He's got solid ops. So there is that. That kind of sucks. He's got a decent hand to deal with. But we do know he's going to play containment at the end. But we're going to save. He's still going to score this for decent, but we're going to save 3 victory points. So instead of scoring for that 7, he scores it for 4. So, the last 2 plays haven't been sexy, but we've saved 6 victory points. We still look awful, but, you start looking at the board, you're trying to, pick them up where you can, save them where you can. And then here's where he has a choice. Does he coup Panama? Does he give us Thailand? Does he take Thailand? He does have duck and cover, though. So he can take Thailand, but he'll give us 3 victory points. So he's going to go influence here. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and coup. So we roll a 6. And that's hopefully 2 victory points. Unless he plays a scorecard. So we pick up a crucial spot in the Middle East. We have an inlay to Asia, so it depends on what he does. I'm assuming he'll go ahead and take Panama now. Looking for blockade there. Right, so we're going to go ahead and independent reds. I'd like to kind of save the 4-op card to end the turn to hopefully do something a little more powerful, tricky, but we'll just have to kind of play it by ear. So we're going to go into France to 2 reasons here. One is Algeria. The other is we could also go ahead and play into France. So for example, we play special relationships, go to 3. If he throws a big 4-out card in it after that, then we throw Truman, we knock him out. And then we also go ahead and go to Nigeria. So we're hoping to be able to kind of run some tempo a little bit there. All right, he takes Spain. We're going to do both things at once here. I hate using my little 4-op card right here, but my idea a little bit is I can play you intervention D-stall to kind of be a little bit trickier to do. Because we definitely want to have a chance on our last little turn to attack into Asia. Right now it's thin. He's kind of won the tempo battle there all the way around. Caught us with low ops the first hand. The other thing we'd like to do in an ideal world, we had just a little bit, throw in some of the cards into Italy, and then your next turn, like you go in D style, bam, with you an intervention, of course. It just we don't have the rounds, we don't have the cards. So if we had the China card, we could have. But you attack Italy, and then you headline Truman next play. So I do hate the fact that we got decall D-stall, but we couldn't hold them and keep turn three, which is something we'd like to do, as you would say, to try to keep it, back to the reshuffle, to try to, you know, decrease the chance of it coming out. I do like that we just got the China card back. The Depending on what he does, we also might be able to play these stalls a 4 out card because he does have containment as well. So hopefully we can, play Truman here and maybe throw an extra influence into West Germany or France or something, or maybe even in the Philippines. Go ahead and take Angola, and then we'll have the big 4 up card to maybe attack Thailand. Um, so he plays this as an event. All right, so gotta switch it a little bit. So basically, we have to go ahead and play you an intervention D-stall now. Go ahead and repair, the damage. Um, he doesn't have blockade, so we don't have to worry about getting blockaded. Um, let's see, yeah. You can see I'm paranoid, just making sure. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much the play here. It's definitely uh, I'll keep grabbing the wrong card. A little unfortunate because we would have liked to set that up, be a little bit more powerful. Um, and we got two options with Truman too, so we can go into Italy or we can go into Thailand. It's kind of my thought process. Or we could also go to Panama. It's a little uh, suspect to the Indo-Pakistan war card, but it does two things. It makes this kind of it attacks two countries at once. It attacks Pakistan and India because it doesn't have control India, and you have Italy and Thailand, so that might be even more the play. We could still go into um, Thailand because we have the China card. He still has to affect it, But I think in this particular case, you know, if he does decide to try to score off the rip, then there's also the help there. So a little riskier, but we're okay with it. Okay hand, a couple 3 out cards. We don't really have anything we're that worried about. A couple of the war cards we want to deal with, uh, but nothing here that scares us. We don't have any big 4 out cards, but we have a smattering of 3 out cards. A 5-year plan, East European unrest. CIA's out of the game, so turn 3 of CIA still in the game, and I had the China card and 5-year plan, I might event this to try to catch up with CIA. But since we know we played CIA, it's out of the deck. Headline wise, we just didn't have a lot to really headline, so we went ahead and played into Reds. Um, I'd rather have the ops for 5-year plan, East European unrest, special relationship. You never know. You might have a chance to catch a couple ops. If a couple cards get played, NORAD gets played or whatever, that suddenly becomes a 2-out card. our two victory point card. So while we kept that around comparatively, plus Truman Doctrine still in the deck. So maybe we flip a country. Um, so Asia was played, scored. So it does kind of change our um, priority to flip a country right here. So we're going to catch 3 victory points. Okay. All right. And we're okay with that. We get 3 victory points. It's already been scored. I know we could go ahead and try to slam uh, into India, but let's go ahead and start attacking some of the other places. So we know he's got Nasser, but by going ahead and placing the 2-out card there, we can go ahead and get to Libya. Because it'll only take us down half our influence out, so we stay there. So we pick up Libya, and depending on what he do, we might be able to even take it back. So take Saudi Arabia. Go ahead and grab that. Go ahead and spread it out a little bit. Also, with Arab-Israeli war, we kind of rather, play that where doesn't have a chance to hurt us. We hate to give him military ops here, though. So if we can play this and not give military ops, we might. We also like to keep on spreading our influence. Go ahead in Africa. Go ahead and maybe get, go ahead and short Panama a little bit. We really need to get up in Costa Rica. We're hurting in Asia, but it is what it is. So because we went ahead and grabbed it earlier, he plays Nasser, but we have a 3-up card. We can take it back. Now, later in the game, it does set up really well for him for Muslim Revolution, but we still have Sadat, so we can remove his influence. But we're at least putting the pressure on something. Europe is what it is. I think he would have already scored it if he had it. Let's try to get the early jump on Africa. We'll catch an extra victory point here with defectors. All right, he thinks we have the scoring card already, I guess. So. See, some people would look at Pakistan too, where we could, with the China card, flip it. But I think it's more important to keep the China card. And even more so right now with Asia scoring already happening, we do have to worry about Southeast Asia. So if we had to flip one, I'd rather have an attempt to flip in Thailand. But Asia, and then we also have some events like your Suri that's going to come up in mid-war, might give us a chance to kind of fight back a little bit in that region too. At least we get Japan. I see he wasted, in my opinion, he wasted 2 of his ops in India, which granted we could have taken it, but do we need to? Not really. So, um, I really meant to play the Israeli war card there because it would have non-evented. Still would have liked to have spaced one of these to keep our little pressure lead on the space track. Or play it to take Israel. Because once we play this, it's going to not come out. It can't hurt us, and it's not going to come back out till late war. And then hopefully by then, Camp David has been played, where you don't even have to worry about the card. he's kind of short up Europe, making sure he gets it. Not a bad play here. You know, we'll go ahead and do some overprotecting and then kind of spread our last little bit out. Kind of way behind in Europe. You know, Europe has a way of working out sometimes. Now, we've already given up the ops, so probably would have. If I could have done this again, I think I would have definitely played the Arab-Israeli War first and then spaced the other one. But now, went and played NORAD, kind of push the agenda. We had a couple of things. Colonel Real Guards, nice card here. We do have Lone Gunman, means we have to deal with the other things accordingly, but we can. So hopefully here it helps us go ahead and shore up Africa a little bit. It also makes us have a play to attempt to take Thailand. So, we take, a couple, the little Nigeria, shore up, make Africa a little bit better. Maybe throw one in Cambodia to also give us an opportunity to brush war Thailand. Also gives an opportunity to brush war whatever he coups. So we could possibly here go into Nigeria, Thailand, Cambodia, South Africa with the colonial rear guards, play the China card, take Thailand, brush war whatever he could back. So ideally, I think that's what we'd like to see happen here, but we'll have to just see what happens. Man, looking at the board, I feel like he's got so much more influence than us. The other tempo thing wise is we also need to get into Venezuela. Uh, we played into Colombia to go ahead and attack South America, but man, it's almost wish we wouldn't have now. So he goes into Allende to get into South America as well. Man, look at the Middle East, man, that is right for a Muslim revolution where he just plucks him out and he's already got the influence there. Whew. Another reason why it's not the worst thing that we threw the extra influence of Pakistan, because if he would Muslim revolution is there, we could just get back in. All right. So he gave us the opening coup, so we can, kind of gives us an opportunity tempo wise here, maybe. So do we go ahead? Uh, we're going to go ahead and take Venezuela. I think it's important, especially since he did Allende. And then if he coups us back there and he's successful, hopefully our brush war uh, will be good enough. So right. So now I think we coup. He didn't coup. So let's, we can't. I would say just one of the we can knocking them out the other way. So military ops, but then it's also, makes it a little harder for him to just knock us out completely with a Muslim revolution. All right. So we'll go ahead and protect. Maybe we should brush war right there immediately. But I think maybe we can realign. My idea here is that, let's say you were unsuccessful and it just takes, Zaire. So now we're going to try to set that up. We still maybe need to do it on Thailand, but I think maybe we give it those 350 points to try to see if we can push Africa. All right, so we're going to try the brush war. 50-50. We got it. So that's huge. So we kind of passed on our opportunity to brush war Thailand, which is definitely where we would like to have done. ABM treaty. And it rolls at 6. All right. Good thing we had that maxed out. I would pretty much go ahead and chalk up the Southeast Asia, and then we'll hopefully space socialist government. Yeah. We're way behind point wise. We're, I like, Middle East hasn't come yet, but he's got a lot of good stuff. Well, maybe we'll have an opportunity in Africa to score some victory points. Maybe South America, a little bit of a tempo. So we're behind, but it's not unattainable. Lots of good stuff can happen. At least we get to knock them out of that space. And we miss it. All right. So we do have Africa. We have Middle East. We got some good cards. We've got Asnot, which we can finally get rid of Long Gunman. We have Voice of America. We have Bear Trap. So I think what I'd like to do here is Bear Trap. I'm also thinking about playing the China card. There's a couple cards that shoots it back our way this time of the game, as far as the China card. And that way maybe I can hold Asnot and Lone Gunman for a round where I think I might need it more. Because this round you're getting rid of one card because we'd like to score. Hopefully we like to score Africa. Well, hopefully we score Middle East. So he goes Liberation Theology. We'll see if he goes how he plays it. It was a good card for the Russians. He gets out of it right away. And there's one of the cards I would have liked to have had around. But we're going to go ahead and coup. See if we can win here. Big card. We roll up one. So, we roll 3 or 4. We're pretty good business. So we'll see what happens here. looking at, Voice of America play. Maybe we save it close to the end, attack Asia. Um, he's 3 in Zaire, so we can't just knock him out there. Kind of not cool, but we could knock him out of, Mexico, but that's also a pretty easy place to realign out of. Um, so he's playing D-Stall. Interesting choice of where he took it out of. So he takes out of Romania, gives us the victory point, being next to his powerhouse, but he also takes one out of Zaire. So now we can actually take it out. So, that was pretty awesome. Now we can play into Zaire, take Brazil, and even that up. So it looks like we might be able to score Africa pretty big here, and then hopefully we score Middle East for 3-4 points. So this could potentially be pretty good. Maybe he's got a card like Decall. Is Decall back in the deck? Should still be out there somewhere. I think we would have seen it. Potentially we could play, South Africa. I don't think this is going to hurt us too bad. But it's not a bad play by him. So we're going to go ahead and play Flower Power. I'll throw one in Brazil. Go ahead and get a little thing there in case he decides to try to as a gamble with a realignment. And hopefully we can score Africa for some points here, which would be nice. We're still cool with playing the China card. So we basically we got to score 2 scoring cards, but then we have 7 ops to play with too. All right. So we're going ahead and overprotecting in Africa. We had a 4-op card. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you could push it for total country count. And then it might force us to. So he's got Truman. He's going to attack Brazil. All right, so I think tempo wise we're good. So we'll go ahead here. Go ahead and take Israel because that's a victory point as well. And then we're kind of forced to score our cards. So if there's something tricky, he's got decall or, does something crazy where it takes, evens up the country count in Africa. We just have to deal with it. So we score these 2 victory, these 2 score cards, and we kind of go from there. So if you could see our hand, you would definitely attack something, whether it was trying to flip South America or flip something in Panama. We just kind of have to roll with it at the moment. So he's got a 1-op card. And it goes ahead and takes Uruguay. And we'll go ahead and score this for 10. That's pretty huge. And then we'll score Middle East here at the end. And then hopefully he doesn't pick up military ops. And we'll also catch that too. So that should be another 6 points total, 4 for Middle East and 2 for the military ops. And then we got to keep Asnot. So hopefully if we get a nasty hand with Central America, for example, we'll be able to get rid of it, which would be awesome to deny some victory points. Or Europe. Europe would be nice to grab Europe and be able to discard it. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Europe and Central America. Get them both out of the deck. So he plays nuclear subs, which we can't take advantage of, and he's trying to shore up Central America. We'll go ahead and score this for 4. We'll catch the extra 2. So started off the round at -11. Now we're +5, and that's why we held on to As9. We get Central America, South America. We're actually technically have 1 victory point, but depending on what he did. But we got Quagmire, Muslim Revolution, Lone Gunman, We Will Bury You. We got a lot of nasty stuff here, so it's nice to go ahead and get rid of it. We're almost guaranteed to pull Europe, though. I wish old Europe would have gotten drawn too. Especially because if he had a big, ooh, there's a red scare. So if he had a big coup in South America or something, for example. Sometimes I'll keep Wheelberry because it's they have certain cards that keeps them from playing, like Miss Livy. Yeah, we almost Europe was the top one. So, but look at our hand. Um, we get a big coup card with NATO. We do have to take the bullet on Europe, though. Been nice to discard that. OAS founded might help us in South America, might help us in Central America. We'll have to just play that by ear. Um, Nothing here really can hurt us. Hopefully, hold on to you an intervention for next round. It's not really like we need anything to space or anything. That's a couple victory points here at least. All right. We had 2 shots at an even roll on Mexico. We missed it both. So I think what we do here is, we first when you military ops, so we go ahead and coup Guatemala to hopefully set up, make it even more advantageous. Try to realign him out of Mexico. Yeah, he's got a little tempo on Chile down there, but we might try to use OAS to kind of make it a little tricky as our turn 7 play. Right? Not a great coup. Assuming he'll coup back. Let's see. It's only 4. We could throw NATO all into Finland up there or whatever. Try to get he'd only scored for 3 victory points. It's tempting. So he spaces. Feel like we need a hold. So go ahead and realign here. Lose this point. Are you kidding me? Come on. Got a +1 modifier. I can't even roll them out. Arrgh. Nice. Catch a little victory point here. Go ahead and bite the bullet. Oh no. So he slams the China card into Japan. We were red scared, so this is actually kind of maybe he's only got some 2 out cards, maybe or something. Maybe he's like, but we will try to hang on. We've got, 1 extra op to play Cambridge 5, and we'll probably still just play OS Founded because we need to. Oh, all right. Well, it's our manager Ron, which I guess his point of view is not a good pull there, but all that gets to come right back in on the re-roll here. Um, all right. Well, that ended kind of bad. At least we do have a chance here with Indo-Pakistan card and the brush war, so maybe we can flip either Pakistan or Thailand. Decall comes back, but at least we have you in intervention, so that means we kind of got lucky with keeping him out of that card. We do have South America, so maybe I think with some of the focus other places we can give a shot. So he's going to play Junta, kind of repair damage in one spot and then fix the other. So we miss our war card. Let's see which way it does. Repairs Panama and then coups Venus. Way out. And of course, it rolls well enough too. That's a kick. We can score South America right now for 1. And then maybe also play arms race to try to pick up the victory points there as well. I have the China card. And he takes it. So I do think the play probably would have been. So we can go to 13. Do we want to race it or do we just want to push what we've got here? Go ahead and take our victory point. There we go. Maybe we try to go and we got +2 modifier, so it's probably pretty safe to go Angola, just knock him out, make it a little harder for him to kind of throw damage in. All right, that sometimes is why you don't do that. So we were fine, we're overprotected, and then we try to knock him out just to try to knock influence out of the whole region. And instead, we're giving them a chance to kind of even it up in that area. So that was a dumb play. Probably shouldn't have done it. Probably would have been better off, realigning Argentina or probably definitely Botswana, and then we could come back to Angola with a +3. Probably felt better about it. Go in space, see if we can get the 2 victory points. We do. We're going to go ahead and arms race, I think. For those victory points, try to just run the victory points because Asia hurts right now. Shame he just spaced that. Go ahead and take the victory points. We could play the China card into Cambodia to try to set up Russia. Ah, and he takes the China card. All right, so we're not going to do that. All right. Should be a 50-50 if we're given the opportunity to do it. All right, and then set up the brush war here at the end and see if that can be successful. It's pretty much our only play at this point, but we need that. That would be a nice victory in Asia. There's Muslim Revolution. Tempo wise, that's not the worst thing because he doesn't have immediately access. We give up the 2 victory points. 50-50, come on, we roll a 2. Man, that hurt. All right, so we do have Red Scare. Seems like the pretty obvious play here. Tempo wise, I think we're okay. We've got a op wise, nothing really scares us. And in addition to that, we also have Ultra Games, so that way we can get rid of card, which I think we'll hold on to. But I think we should have enough ops to pretty easily just go back, through Egypt and Libya. Just get them back. Hopefully we can score that for some victory points, especially since we're losing like a gajillion in Asia. And we get quagmired. Well, maybe we won't be able to. At least we red scare them, so at least it won't be as difficult. Go ahead and get rid of the one bad card we have. All right. Interesting choice. Right. I wonder if he coups here. See, if he doesn't coup, he'd like coup Angola. Take a little bit here, and then we'll score Middle East. Kind of like East European unrest. It's a little bit of our turn 7 play, too. But we had to go ahead and take Mexico. You know, you had to, especially with the coup there. Spaces. At this point, definitely score Middle East for some victory points. Ooh. Makes our East European unrest play a little easier, too. Score this while we can. We're making a little push here. 12 victory points. Um, oh, Chernobyl. Interesting. So this will actually help us a little bit for East European unrest because we get to play this, and then he's not going to be able to fix it. And then we still hold on to Alger Games. Man, Asia's in bad shape. But I think, man, we just made some. Let's see, 5-year planning. I forgot. I would have just went and played it if I was him. Only 1 point. Um, yeah, I would have definitely just dealt with Africa and then played it. Not played Chernobyl the way I played it, but and we've got war games. So um, tear down this wall. Continue our attack here in Europe. We also have Wheel Bear You, so he plays Missile Envy and be in trouble right now. Um, and I have Warsaw Pact, so I can potentially get rid of that. I have Aldrich Ames, so we have to play that a little tricky here because he can remove our influence. Um, but depending on what he does here, what we really want to have happen is um, we'll get a chance here to. Oh no, that's game over. But we were also hoping to use war games to have a chance to win. So we're gonna go ahead and coup. In doesn't matter. So we'll go ahead and coup East Germany. He's gonna get We Will Bury You. It's gonna dropped DEF CON, so it's going to be a DEF CON loss for him. Um, would have actually been set up for a decent reline. And then that's the game. So, we kind of definitely got behind in Asia, but we were able to score points when we could, which would have let us, I think, hopefully had a chance with the war games to win it. We get, also why you have to be careful late games to not, late games where you lose the initiative and you kind of gamble with missile envy and things like that. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully we get this up on YouTube.